Hello students. In previous class we started already the heat transfer and let me continue to discuss the remaining problems in today's class. And thermal, based on thermal conductivity we have discussed few questions, few problems, and even thermal quotient of thermal and means even properties of the liquids, apparent expansion of liquids and real expansion apparent that we have seen. And let me go to the next problem. This is 21st. Till 21st we have solved. Let me start the next one. 22nd. So similar as the 21st one, let me do the 23rd one. The tungsten filament of an electric lamp has a surface area A and a power rating P. If the emissivity of the filament is E and sigma is Stefan's constant, the static temperature of the filament will be. So you need to find what is from Stefan's law. P is equal to sigma A E T power 4. But we need to find what absolute temperature T value. Then T power 4 is equal to whatever P by sigma A E. Therefore, temperature T is equal to P by sigma A E whole power 1 by 4. Whole power 1 by 4. Let us see next one. Before that, let us see questions. Next, 24th one. A solid copper tube of edges 1 centimeter, each suspended in an evacuated closure. Its temperature is found to fall from 100 degrees Celsius to 99 degrees Celsius in 100 seconds. So T1 and T2 is what? 100 degrees Celsius to 99 degrees Celsius in what time? In time T is 100 seconds. That is for what area? Area is 1 centimeter. Each solid cube of inches 1 centimeter. So it is here what? Like the side length is equal to what? 1 centimeter. Let us take A is equal to 1 centimeter cube. Another solid copper tube of edges 2 centimeter. 2 centimeter. Let us take A1 and it is A2. 2 centimeter. With similar surface nature is sustained in similar manner. The time required for this cube to cool from 100 degrees Celsius to 99 degrees Celsius will be approximately. So another solid. This is what T1 and it is what here T2. Okay. Now what is the rate of transfer of heat? Here we need to see that rate of transfer of heat. Surrounding temperature is what? T0 and changing temperature is what? Delta T. Then we'll try to write the expression. So what we know here? Rate of loss of heat dq by transfer of heat dq by dt is equal to sigma A E T power 4 minus T naught power 4. But remember here Q is nothing but mc delta T by T is equal to sigma A E T power 4 minus T naught power 4. M is nothing but what we can write here. Mass is nothing but density is equal to mass by volume. Then mass is equal to what? Density into volume into C delta T by T is equal to sigma A E T power 4 minus T naught power 4. Then volume is nothing but area into length into C specific heat capacity delta T by T is equal to sigma AE T power 4 minus T naught power 4. Now you can see that area will be cancelled. Now rho is constant, density of the copper whatever we have, specific heat capacity constant, and changing temperature is remain same 100 to 99, and this is also remains constant. E is constant, sigma is constant. That means L by T is equal to constant. L represents silent. Let us here we have taken A, L1 and L2. Therefore, T2 by T1 is equal to L2 by L1. That represents, that implies T2 is equal to L2 by L1. 2 by 1 into T1, 100. That is equal to 200 seconds. 200 seconds, which is 4,000. Let us see 25th one. 25th one. At temperature T, the power radiated by a body is Q watts. Power radiated by a body is what? Q watts. Power Q watts. And temperature is what here? T. At the temperature 3T, the power radiated would be what is Q2. Q is nothing but power. According to the Stephen's law, what we know, the power radiated is equal to sigma A E T power 4. Is it? So what we can write? Q is directly proportional to the 4th power of the absolute temperature. Then Q2 by Q1 is equal to T2 by T1. T2 is nothing but what? 3T whole power 4. Then 3T by T whole power 4. T cancels. 3 power 4 means 81. Q2 is equal to 3 power 4, 81 into Q, which is 81 Q, third one. 26 one. From Stephen's law, the radiation emitted by a body depends on what factor? Stephen's law. dQ by dt is equal to rate of transfer of heat. Sigma A T power A E T power 4. Sigma is Stephen's constant, depends upon that one. So it is independent because sigma is constant. E is constant for that emissivity constant. Temperature remains same, does not changes. Then it depends upon what? Area. Yes, it depends upon area. Square of temperature, not square of temperature. 4th power of temperature. Next, cube of temperature wrong. Density of the body wrong. So which is the correct option? 26th one is correct one. Next questions. Next one. Seventh one. A block body is at temperature T1 is equal to 727 degrees Celsius 727 plus 3 273, that is equal to what? 1000. That means 1000 power 4. And directly given is first option, let us see 28.1. If the temperature of the sun is doubled, the rate of energy received on earth will be increased by a factor. Temperature of the sun is doubled 2T. Then what about rate of heat energy? H is equal to Q by T, which is directly proportional to T power 4. Then H2 by H1 is equal to T2 by T1 whole power 4. Then 2T by T whole power 4, T cancel. 2 power 4 means what? 60. Then rate of energy is 16 times of the initial energy. Then choose the third option. Let us see for 29th one. 29th one. The surface temperature of sun is T Kelvin and the solar constant for a planet is S. The sun sustains an angle 2 theta at the planet, then S is what? Remember, solar constant S is equal to sigma into R by R whole square into T power 4. Now we have a sun, radius of the sun is R, and for Earth the radius is smaller. Then what is theta? Theta is equal to R by R. That means instead of this not again write S equal to sigma theta square T power 4. Then theta is equal to here what? R by R. Is it? So what we can write here? Substance angle theta, 2 theta at the planet. 2 theta at the planet. So what we can write here? S is directly proportional to theta square, which is what also let us see 30. 30. A black body is heated from 27 degrees Celsius to 927 degrees Celsius. The ratio of radiation is sensitivity. So what are temperatures? T1 is equal to 27 degrees Celsius. So 27 plus 273, which is 300 Kelvin. And T2 is equal to 927 degrees Celsius. 927 plus 273, 1200 Kelvin. They are asking the ratio of the radiation emitted. Radiation emitted, which is required T1 by T2 is proportional to T1 by T2 whole power 4. Now let us substitute 300 by 1200 whole power 4. So P1 by P2. So how many times here? 4. 1 by 4 power 4. 4 4 16. 16 into 16 256. 1 is to 256, which is second option. Heat travels through vacuum by what? Vacuum. It does not take by the vacuum, only radiation. Only radiation, because radiation can take place even there is no material medium. Therefore, only through radiation. Let us 32nd one. The following figure shows two air-filled bulbs connected by a U-tube partly filled with water. So let me draw the rough diagram here. Here black bulb, and we have a painted bulb, and levels are equal here, X and Y, and they kept in middle, exactly in the middle, a bulb is kept, tube light, filament bulb. So what will happen, as it is black and compared to this one, then the heat energy absorbed by this black body is more than this one. So what we if this volume increases, what will be happen to the level? This level will be decreases, and here y will be increases. Then x will decrease and y will increase. The level of alcohol limit x falls while the limit y rises, which is second option. The surface temperature of this glass is given. It is determined by using what? Wien's displacement law. According to Wien's displacement law, the wavelength corresponding to the maximum energy is inversely proportional to the absolute temperature. Let us see 34th one. 34th one. A black body radiates 20 watt power. P is equal to 20 watt at a temperature T1 is equal to 227 degrees Celsius, which is 220 plus 227 plus 273, 600 Kelvin. So which is 500 Kelvin. Is it? Next, the black body is changed to 727 degrees Celsius. Then T2 is equal to 727 degrees Celsius. That is equal to what it is plus 273, 100 Kelvin. The radiating power will be changed to P2 is equal to what? Let us what we know. P2 by P1 is equal to P2 by T1 whole power 4. Then T2 is equal to what? 1200 by 227 degrees Celsius, which is 500. This one cancel, whole power 4. Therefore, P2 is equal to 20. P1 into 12 by 5. 12 by 5 means what is this value? Here 2.4 whole power 4, and this is what? 20 into, and what will be the value of this one? Let us see. 2.5. 2.5 means what? 5 by 2. 5 by 2. 2.5 means 5 power 4 by 2 power 4, and this value would be around 16. 2 power 4, which is approximately 16. Let me okay. Here 273 plus 2 here 1000. 1000 is so here is what? 1000. Then 2 power 4 is what? 16. Then 16 and 20, 320 watt. Which is 4000. Next, 35th one. A body cools from 50 degrees Celsius to 49 degrees Celsius in 50 degrees Celsius to 49 degrees Celsius in time 5 seconds. 5 seconds. T1 and T2. 5 seconds. How long will it take to cool from 40 to 39 degrees Celsius? 40 to 39 degrees Celsius. How long does it take? T2 is what? Assume the temperature of the surroundings is 30 degrees Celsius. Surrounding temperature is T0 30. Now what we know from Newton's law of cooling? From Newton's law of cooling, T1 minus T2 by t is actually proportional to t1 plus t2 by 2 minus t0. Okay, now let us take the ratio for the first one to the second one, second case. Then what we can write here, 50 minus 49 by 5 by now 40 minus 39 by t. The time we can t is equal to, again here what, t1 plus t2 by 2, 50 plus 49 by 2 minus 30 by, again for this one 40 plus 39 by 2 minus 30 minus 30. So what we can write here, 50 minus 49, 1 by 5, 1 by 5 by 1 by t is equal to 50 plus 49 by 2, 49.5, 49.5 minus 30 by here is what, 40 plus 39 by 2, 39.5 minus 30. So here what, t by 5 is equal to 49.5 minus 30 is 19.5 by 9.5. So this is what, around 2 times 2. Then t is equal to what, 10 seconds. 5 into 10 seconds. This is the second option. Next, let us say 36th one. Consider two hot bodies B1 and B2 which have temperatures 100 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius and 80 degrees Celsius respectively at t is equal to 0. The temperature of the surroundings is 40 degrees Celsius. The ratio of the respective rates of cooling and these two bodies at t is equal to 0 will be. So we need to find the rate of ratio of respective rate of cooling. So what will be the formula for rate of cooling? R is equal to, so rate of cooling, what we know, it is actually proportional to temperature of body to the surrounding temperature. Then R1 by R2 is equal to 100 minus 40, surrounding temperature 40 by 80 minus 40. That is equal to 100 minus 40, 60 by 80 minus 40, 40. That is equal to 3 by 2, 3 is to 2. 37. According to Newton's law of cooling, the rate of cooling of a body is proportional to delta theta power. What is the, where delta theta is the difference of the temperature of the body and surroundings, and N is equal to what? Rate of cooling is nothing but directly proportional to theta minus theta naught. So power is what? 1. Then N is equal to what is now? 1. Let us see 38 one. 38 one. A hot body placed in the air and is cooled down according to Newton's law of cooling. The rate of decrease of temperature being k times the decrease k times the difference of the temperature difference from the surrounding. Starting from t is equal to 0. Find the time rate at which the temperature difference between body and surrounding is equal to half of the initial temperature difference. So we need to find what? Half of the initial temperature difference. So let us see what is the formula for temperature. Difference in temperature, dt by t is equal to what we know, t minus some cos k into t minus t naught. From this one what you get, dt by t is equal to dt by t minus t naught is equal to, here negative will get because temperature will be decreases, minus k t k dt k dt. Now take the integration on both sides. 1 by x integral 1 by x dx log x T naught, that is equal to minus T. And you can write ln A by B, T2 minus T naught by T1 minus T naught is equal to what? Minus T. But you can write log base E. This can be written as e power T2 minus T naught by T1 minus T naught is equal to e power minus kt. E power minus t. Okay, in terms of analogy we need to take. In terms of analogy we can take. So e power, but remember this value is what here? This is T2 minus T naught is equal to, sorry, T1 minus T naught is equal to half of this one, T1 minus T naught for this half. Then this is what? 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by e power kt. So e power kt is equal to what? 2. Then kt is equal to what again? ln 2. Then t is equal to what we have? ln 2 by k. That is which is first option. That is 39. A glass full of hot milk is poured on the table. It begins to cool gradually. Which of the following is incorrect? The temperature of the milk falls off with time. No. The temperature, remember, whenever there is a, till what extent the change in temperature takes place, loss of heat or gain of heat, that will be takes place only when both will get the same temperature. So it falls this temperature till surrounding temperature is equal. So the rate of cooling is constant till milk attains the temperature of surrounding, which is second option. Next one, the rates of cooling of two different liquids put in exactly similar surroundings are the same if equal masses of the liquids at the same temperature are taken. No, equal masses may not be, and the masses of the liquid are equal. The mass of the liquid are equal volumes of the liquids at the same temperature. That is what? Same temperature. So which is third option. The energy supply being cut off, an electrocator element cools down to the temperature of its surroundings, but it will not cool further because till same temperature, and till what surrounding temperature is same as that one. Then third option, 41 also third option. 42nd one. Here given intensity and T1, T3, T1, T3, T2. This is what wavelength. Remember, what is the relation between wavelength and the temperature? The temperature corresponding to the wavelength corresponding to the magnetic energy will be inversely proportional to the absolute temperature wavelength. That means lambda is inversely proportional to T. Now we need to write the relation between temperatures. Wavelength is more for what temperature? T2. Okay, then what will be that? Wavelength only temperature T2 is less. Next T3, next T1. That means T1 is greater than T3 is greater than T2, which is first option. 43. The circular disc of A and B are equal radii, blackened. They are heated to the same temperature and cooled and under identical conditions. Which of the following statement is correct? So this one, you know already. Rate of loss of heat, which is dt by dt is equal to some constant k by mc into t minus t naught, or let us take theta minus theta naught. Okay, now this is nothing but r, rate of loss of heat. Then r by theta minus theta is equal to some constant by mc. So what we can write here? This slope, this is nothing but y-axis value by x-axis value from the graph. R theta minus theta naught, here A, and it is what B. Now which is having more slope, that will have less specific capacity. so that the specific heat capacity of the A is less than of the specific heat capacity of the B, because slope for A is low, then specific heat capacity is less. So that what we write, specific heat of B is less, specific heat capacity of A is less, which is first option. 44th one, which one of the following mu and m frequency and temperature correspond magnetic density? From what we know, from which displacement law, lambda and p is equal to constant, but lambda is nothing but what known, c by mu m is equal to constant, and then y axis mu m is equal to directly proportional to what, temperature. So what is that one? Right line mu m and t, which is a directly proportional. So it is satisfied. 40th one. Which are the following graphs correctly represents E, the amount of radiation, amount of emitted per second per unit time per body is the absolute temperature. Is it? What we know? We know already rate of transfer of heat sigma is equal to E is equal to sigma A e power 4. So this is remains constant. Then ln E is equal to ln sigma A e plus 4 ln T. 4 ln T. So they given what are y-axis? Y-axis is given ln E. X-axis is what? ln T. Now this is what intercept. What type of intercept is it? Positive intercept. Then we will get this one. Y is equal to mx plus c. This is third option. So this is what we have from heat transfer. That is what from here, from this chapter, we have finished in the thermal progress of matter only, thermal expansion of solids we have seen, and liquids have been discussed, even heat transfer have been discussed. Still we have calorimetry, and that part will be discussed in next class, calorimetry.